The central bank's bust and IRS allegedly ending. Hello everyone. More news and speculation surrounding President Donald Trump's letter to Congress. From what I see, the hot topics and concerns center around the following: government shutdown, saying goodbye to the IRS, and central bank scrambling. Before we start, if you'd like, give this news an American thumbs up. Share the content and subscribe. I think it's safe to say that most are not happy about the changes that are going on in government. However, what if the changes to come are actually better than the previous administrations? What if the changes to come will actually provide us here in America an actual chance to get out of recession, create more jobs, earn more money, save more money, invest more money, and be comfortable in life, possibly living the American dream? Clearly, Trump cares and central banks don't. Trump and his team are shrinking big government. No income tax pretty much means no IRS. Here's a nugget from the Don. Government funding runs out next week, and Democrats are threatening to shut down the government. But I am working with the great House Republicans on an continuing resolution to fund the government until September to give us some needed time to work on our agenda. Conservatives will love this bill because it sets us up to cut taxes and spending in reconciliation, all while effectively freezing spending this year and allowing us to continue our work to make America great again. Very important. Let's get this bill done.
Breaking news, breaking news. Hot off the press, the IRS is planning to slash half of its workforce. Yes, that's half of the individuals who are currently working at the IRS. That's in addition to the 7,000 positions that have already been let go over the last few weeks. Yes, so the IRS is making some big changes under the direction of President Trump and his administration, including Elon Musk and Doge, to cut up to half of his current workforce. The IRS actually reached a plateau a few weeks ago at the beginning of the year of 100,000 individuals, the most that they've had since the early 90s. Now it looks like that's all getting backtracked. Major changes coming, major headcount reduction. Stay tuned.
Wow. Looks like everyone was so concerned about Trump showing his taxes. Now he will reveal all.
Big news out of the IRS as the acting commissioner, Douglas O'Donnell, has resigned. Yes, the IRS commissioner has resigned. This is the second resignation in as many months from IRS commissioners. The original being Danny Warfel, who had been in place for a few years and resigned once President Trump was inaugurated. What does this mean? That means that there are some big changes coming to the IRS. The big key here is going to be that the individual who's now taking over the acting position, her name is Melanie Krause. Mrs. Melanie Krause is someone who's seen as more open to the changes that are taking place at the IRS. She was previously chief person over data at the IRS. A few months ago, she was actually moved over to become the chief operating officer. Now she's the head of the whole shebang bang. Hot off the press, the IRS is going to be closing 120 plus offices. Yes, the IRS is going to be closing 120 plus offices that assist taxpayers with their tax issues and problems in person. Yes, so we're all familiar with the changes that Doge and Elon Musk have been making as part of the Trump administration's new direction for the government. And we have another domino that has just failed. These 120, it's actually 128 offices, assist taxpayers with issues that they have, and you can actually get tax advocates there. They'll help you do your taxes, those types of things. Those offices, 120 of them throughout the country, are going to be closing as part of these budget restraints.
Here's another nugget. Are you ready to kiss the IRS goodbye? Our Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, sure is. He says, remember, we pay taxes into the Internal Revenue Service. Wouldn't it be amazing to stop paying taxes to the IRS and have the External Revenue Service make America great again? In my opinion, I'd say Trump is trying to make America self-sustainable and at the same time exposing these various alphabet agencies. Not having the U.S. rely on borrowing money from other countries is a good thing. Bringing the U.S. out of debt is a good thing. If we all are so quick to admit that the USA is allegedly ran like a business, then why not make smart and strategic business moves?
Direct file may be on the chopping block. As I've been reporting over the last few months, direct file has been a big part of the IRS's future plans, but that may actually be coming to a halt. So the current IRS commissioner, Danny Warfel, has actually been a big advocate for the direct file system. But the incoming administration and the individual who's actually been put in charge, is going to be put in charge, his name is Billy Long, who's a longtime opponent of the IRS just in general. It looks like there may be some discussion, some early talk about direct file being scrapped. So a letter went out a couple of days ago from 29 senators, congressmen to the incoming administration saying, hey, this direct file system, we don't like it. We don't want it. We think it's invading taxpayers' privacy and you need to scrap it. I think there is possibly going to be some high consideration on that based on the moves that have been made so far. Again, one of those chief moves being Billy Long being placed in charge of the IRS and him being a longtime opponent of the IRS in general. He's actually put up 5, 6, 7 bills while he was a congressman over a decade to actually scrap the IRS and just go to a sales tax. As I mentioned, this is all going to get very, very interesting. Direct file may be on the chopping block.
Again, Trump is exposing the various systems that tried to take him out so that they would not be exposed. Exposing the kickbacks, the money laundering, and stealing is a good thing. The money's not going where you think, ladies and gentlemen. No, this administration doesn't have all the answers, but have any. I'm just happy to see things go in a different direction. Paying taxes and have them continuously increase have not benefited us at all. So, do you think the IRS will come to an end? Or will they be revamped and given a new name? Will DOJ find wrongdoing within the agency during investigation? An alleged government shutdown is set to happen within 9 days, so we will definitely be on the lookout for more reports.